Good morning, it's Justin, Renegade Realtor from Coast West Real Estate. I am on Alegria in Sierra Madre, and I see the bears have been out this morning tearing stuff up. Alegria is one of the really beautiful, serene streets in Sierra Madre. Maybe the most desirable street to live on is one of these beautiful craftsman homes. Big wide street, hardly any traffic. I've been thinking a lot about real estate values. I don't know if you've heard recently how the new builds are now cheaper than old houses, which is kind of weird, right? Well, like a car, you'd never expect to pay more for a used car than a new car. But now you're seeing homes that are new homes that are cheaper than old homes, and it occurs to me, it's like, well, duh, old homes are where you want to be, like this, like Sierra Madre. You can't, and new homes are not necessarily where you want to be. They're way out in the desert. They're in the Inland Empire, something like that, and Sierra Madre is one of those places that and I think the quality of living here just keeps getting better because there's just nothing else like it. You're right on the wilderness, you're right near the city, or you're close enough, and you have all this history. I mean, look at the stonework and this old house back there. And, you have these gourd, look at this house. This house got renovated recently. It is just stunning. And I think one of the things that I've been hearing a lot about from economists is how if you're wondering about inflation, look for things that they can't make more of, And the thing about houses is that you can make more of them, except that you can't make more Sierra Madre. You can make more houses elsewhere, right? You can buy a tiny house for next to nothing. But then where are you going to put it, And it's they say about homes depreciate, but the lot appreciates. The dirt appreciates. And in a place like Sierra Madre, that's never more truthful. People want to live here, and they're not so concerned about the house. Now, I mean, you got these, you have some pretty stunning homes. Look at that thing. But it's not so much about the house. It's about it's about the neighborhood. That's the most universal principle in real estate, right? Location, location, location. The three most important things. And I mean, look at this. How would you like to live here? Not bad, right? So, I was buying fuel. I know where everyone's getting sticker shock at the gas pump, presuming you still have a petroleum burning vehicle. It's stunning, I paid almost $100 to fill a small car up with fuel. So, small gas tank. And that's one of those things, petroleum is something you can't make more of. It's, it's finite. It's hard to procure. Somebody said that about beef. Beef is, it's hard to make. It hasn't really gotten much easier to produce beef than it did 100 years ago. Where housing out in the Inland Empire is pretty easy to make. Technology has improved, and there's a lot of things about it that are quicker and easier to do. And land is cheap out there, but you're out there. You're not here. And people want to be here, and you can certainly understand it. And but that's one of the frustrating things about inflation and talks about the value of money is that. They'll point to something, that was made in China. It's like, well, oh yes, this has gotten cheaper. Well, obviously a pair of Levi's that was made in America in the 60s cost a lot more to make because they're paying those people a lot more. Stuff like that. And also machinery has gotten much better. So that doesn't count so much. But a house in Sierra Madre, that will tell you more about the value of the dollar than than most other things will. Here is St. Rita's. I just think this is the most stunning. I just love the way they used to know how to design and know how to build stuff. And I love the newer church back here. You know, anyway, and regarding home purchasing, I know all the gurus are running around saying, don't buy a house. This is not a good time to buy a house. And you know, the more I think about it, the more I think it does. You know, I'm not sure it matters so much how much house costs, because all that means is the value. It's the value of the currency, and the value of the currency seems to go up and down. And if you can afford to buy, and you're not going to get foreclosed on, let's say you're buying all cash, or you're putting a huge down payment, or you're not going to get fired, I don't think it matters so much what the price is. People say, oh, I got a deal, which only means that the value of the currency was what? High. People say, oh, I overpaid. Well, that just means the value of the currency was low when you bought, you know. And it just doesn't mean that much. And I think when you walk around a place like Sierra Madre, these houses have been here for 100 years, and everybody wants to live here, and it's certainly understandable as to why. I think that, you know, the more you think about it, the more you think, well, if you can afford the price of the house and you're not going to get foreclosed on, just buy the damn house. Because whether it's 1 million or 2 million, and whether it's, you know, it's 1 million now and it'll be 800,000, 900,000 later, I just don't think it matters that much. And I know if you bought the house and you bought it at 1.5 million and now it's 1.3 million, you're gonna kill me. What the hell did you sell me this house for? Well, I just don't think it works that way, because it's just the fluctuating value of the dollar, and it will go back up again. All that really matters is that you're not going to get foreclosed on, because if you can secure the house, own the house, and not lose the house, the rest is really just details. It's not very significant. I just love looking at this church. Anyway, that's enough from me today. Thanks for listening. This is Justin, the Renegade Realtor from Coast West Real Estate. I will see you next time.